Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this look which is inspired by Joan Small's Met Gala makeup look and hair look. It was something a little bit different using cooler tones, the shimmery greys and like an emerald green liner, and then obviously a nude lip, which is not so different, but I think it really went really well with the eyes. And then this kind of sleek pulled back high ponytail, like half up half down look, and I show you how I created that as well, using Ghd Hair Dryer and Ghd straighteners. So if you do want to learn how to do this look, then just keep on watching. So to start off my eyebrows, I'm just going to brush my brow hairs up. So I'm just using my MAC shadow in Coquette and an angled brush. And then just turn the brush and flick up at the front. I'm going to use my Ardell Brow and Lash Growth Accelerator, and I've used this a few times. I just like to use it to set my brows in place and make sure that the hairs all are in the same direction so they're not untidy. So I've already popped down my base, which was the Benefit Stay Don't Stray Eye Primer, and then brushed over it with the translucent powder. I used my Laura Mercier translucent powder, which will just set the eye primer and make it ready for shadow. So the tones on Joan's eyes are kind of like a silvery grey. I'm going to use this quad, which is called Modern Metro, and it's one of the new shadow quads from Mary Kay's City Colour collections. Before I do the colour though, I'm just going to go on with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but instead of using the warm colours that I generally gravitate towards, I'm going to use the quad in the centre and use this kind of big taupey transitional shade up here. Just grabbed a large fluffy blending brush. This one's a Sigma Tapered Blending E40 in that shade, and I'm just going to start popping it into the crease area. Because we are going with like grey kind of silvery tones, I want to keep with that cool theme on the eye. Okay, so I'm going to take this kind of darker grey colour here in the blue silvery shade, and I'm just going to mix them together. I'm going to start building that up on the outer edge of the eye. I don't want to bring the colour in too far, so I'm just going to keep it as much as I can in that outer edge. This is just going to give some definition to the outer corner of the eye, so it's not just one big wash of colour. Taking that blending brush again in the same transitional shade as before, and I'm just running that over top of that where we've laid down that darker grey so that it blends in well. I'm going to pick up that silver in the middle of the quad now and like take it on a kind of small detailer brush, and I'm going to start building that up from the inner corner of the eye. When you get to the darker part where you've laid down the colour, just try and like blend it gently into that shade. And then going back in with that smaller tapered brush, I'm just going to pick up those two darker shades again and then just start blending them into that pale silver colour. I'm going to use this micro shadow from Makeup Store in the colour Muffin, which is a really beautiful kind of pearlescent creamy colour, and I'm going to get a pencil brush and just dip that into that and really highlight the inner corner of my eye. In the picture of Joan Small's on the media release of what she actually wore on the bottom of her eye was like a blackened emerald liner. So I'm going to use this Maxfactor Excess Shimmer liner. Actually, I don't know what colour it's in because it's rubbed off. It says 07, so it's just like a dark green kind of liner, and I'm going to line underneath my eyes with this. I'm going to go back in with that darker charcoaly silver and that small pencil brush and just go over top of that green with a bit of that grey. Just taking a Chichi black liner pencil, I'm just going to line the waterline and tightline. And then I'm getting like a flat type of brush and using the black from the Kat Von D Shading Light palette. And I'm just going to run that along the inside of my waterline to set that black shadow, black liner. Now I'm going to use my new favourite black liner pen, which is my Mary Kay liquid eyeliner pen. It's like a felt tip liner. It's really black and it's really easy to use, which are kind of like the main things that you're looking for, I guess, when you get a new liner. So I'm just going to create like a decent sized wing, just as Joan did. And just do the same on the other eye. While I wait for my lash glue, I'm gonna to dry, I'm just going to do my lips. So I've got my Mary Kay lip liner in neutral, which is like one of my favourite lip liners, and this is a brand new one. I'm just going to outline my lips. For lipstick, I'm going to use my Maybelline matte lipstick, and it's in 655 Daringly Nude. So it's just like a nude colour. So apply that on the lips. And then over top of that, I'm going to pop on my Collection Lasting Colour lipstick in number 22, which is quite a light nude as well. For lashes today, I'm using my DODO Lashes, and I've used these ones a few times before. This is in the style D008, and they are a cruelty-free mink lash. The last time I wore these lashes, I think I must have been wearing a gold or copper eyeshadow, so they've got gold all over them. But that's alright, I'll just go over them with a liquid eyeliner afterwards. Same Mary Kay liner, I'm just going to go over top of all that gold and lash glue. So that completes the makeup look, and now I'm going to move on to the hair. So I've just had my hair in a towel. I washed it just freshly before, and I'm going to apply my Ghd Advanced Split End Therapy, which is like hair care for split ends, and I'm quite prone to split ends, having like bleached, hair. So you just put it in like the ends of the hair, or where you see that there is like you're prone to split ends, and you can just pop it in when it's wet. Just going to use my wet brush, which is my favourite brush because you can use it on wet or dry hair and it doesn't pull your hair out. So to dry my hair, I'm using the Ghd Air, which is their Ghd Hair Dryer. I've had this for about a month or a month and a half, and I'm pretty in love. Like, I love this because it dries your hair so fast. It's got like a salon strength motor in it, which basically means that it's going to dry your hair so much faster, and then it reduces the amount of time you're drying your hair and therefore the damage, which is really good. It has ionic technology, which I don't know how that works, but basically it helps to reduce any frizz or like when you dry your hair, so it just helps it look more sleek. It's super light, so like even though I'm not up here for a really long time, like sometimes your arms can get really sore, so I love that about it. It has like the temperature changes, it goes quite hot. Like I don't think I need that amount of heat on my hair, so you can just kind of change it up depending on what you want. It has the cool button, which basically when you push it down is that cool shot of air. So I always use the cool shot button at the end when I'm just like finished drying my hair, and do the cool blast, so it just helps the hair be shiny and sleek, which was really good. But yeah, I can't really recommend this enough as a hair dryer if you are in the market for one. They're a little bit pricey, but if you have ever tried GHD products before, you know they're expensive, but they last ages. So yeah, it's definitely an investment, but it's worth it. It's pretty powerful. So you can probably see how shiny that is already, and that's just from drying my hair. So I mean, it's already pretty straight, but I'm going to straighten it anyway because I really want that kind of smooth, sleek look today. But yeah, that Khol shot really just makes the world of difference, making it so shiny, and it feels really silky now with that split ends therapy in it. But I'm using the GHD Platinum, so I got this 2 or 3 months ago now, and I had my previous hair straightener, which was also a GHD, for I think it was 9 years. So I mean, it still worked and it still did the job, but it really was like I'd cut the wire by accident, so it had like strapping tape around the wire, and the plates just weren't obviously as advanced as they are now. So I was kind of in the market for a new straightener, and I mean, the GHD had been so good to me. It lasted like 9 years and it still was going, so I was like, okay, I'll grab a new one. So this is the new one. It's really cool. It's like ultra advanced now. Instead of like a switch, it's got like a button. It makes a noise and tells you when it's heated up with another noise, not just like a beep. It's like a ding. So advanced technology, and it's just so much easier to use. Like, it's got a wishbone kind of like handle, so it makes it so much easier to just like pull through your hair. It's the plates now, so that it heats to a certain temperature, and basically the technology retains the heat at the same temperature across the whole plate, and it doesn't allow for like surges of power, therefore like heating up and cooling down, and so the temperature remains safe to use on your hair. It's much easier now with like this one compared to my old one to create curls, to straighten your hair. It's just so smooth. Like before, my straightener's like because it's had so much like product over the years that's been in my hair, or like hairspray buildup and that sort of thing. So it's so much smoother, and it's just so much better. So I definitely recommend like checking it out if you are in like the market for a new straightener. It also comes with like this heat protector guard, which just slips over the top once you're done, so it protects your surfaces when you put it down, and also turns off after 30 minutes, so you don't have to worry about leaving it on. So it's pretty epic. Just grab little sections and kind of pull it through. Because my hair's a lot shorter than it used to be, it's just a lot easier to straighten now as well. Like, it just takes no time at all. I mean, it's just effortless pretty much. If you guys are wondering about my grey hair at the moment, I was kind of like a more not yellowy blonde, but a warmer blonde, and I just really prefer when I have more ashy hair. So if I get my hair grey, then I can just let it wash out and it just becomes like a really ashy blonde, so it just works a lot better for me. And so my hairdresser Angie, she's at Caliber Salon in Wellington, if you guys were interested. She does a really great job, and I mean, she gets my hair like how I want it. I've been in there before with so many unusual requests and things that I thought, you know, maybe she couldn't do, but she's always been able to do what I ask, but also in a safe way as well. Like when I wanted to go white blonde for the first time, you know, she was realistic about what I was going to achieve in one sitting, and but also keeping my hair really like in good condition for how light it was. So yeah, definitely recommend going and having a catch up with her if you're interested in getting your hair done. So Joan Small's hair in the images was very sleek, like very straight, and then tied back at the front. So I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, so that's done. Just going to turn it off. So just as I've now put this heat on my hair, I'm just going to use this Argania Hair Oil Light Liquid Gold, which is made in New Zealand, and it's argan oil, and it's for fair and fine hair. So I'm just going to pop a little bit in my hand. A little bit goes quite a long way with this product. And I'm just going to pop it through the ends of my hair. Okay, so now I've done that, I've just got a comb and a like one of those kind of teasing brushes. Now the annoying thing about my hair, even though it's quite manageable, I've got all these baby hairs at the front and they're a lot shorter than the rest of my hair. And I mean, I've even had people say to me, why do you cut your like front parts? And I'm like, well, I didn't, it's my baby hair. I'm just going to try and pull my hair up from my hairline, but actually going quite high, I guess, with the ponytail, rather than more sitting at the back of my head. It's going to actually come up on the sides. I'm just going to apply some of that to my hair and get that kind of teasing brush and start brushing the hair up in that direction. And my hairdresser actually taught me this so that I could get all those kind of baby hairs, because the brush kind of grips all those little hairs and pulls them up. And I'm also going to spray the hairspray on the actual brush as well, so that when I do pull it through my hair, there's a decent amount of hairspray on it. Joan's hairstyle looked pretty smooth and pretty tight, so that's kind of what I'm going for. Alright, so I'm just going to secure that with a hair tie and then do a final spray with the hairspray. And that's the final look. So obviously I don't look anything like her, but I kind of feel like I've adapted it for my skin tone, and you can do the same thing. Yeah, the hair was pretty simple to do. Obviously the straightener and the hairdryer does all the work to make it nice and sleek, and then just pulling up the hair in the top, but making sure it's kind of like from the ears upwards instead of like pulling it back at the back of the head. So there you have it, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, my first kind of hair tutorial, and learn a bit more about the Ghd hair products, which are amazing. And if you do recreate this look, I would love to see it. Make sure you tag me on Instagram or tweet me or Snapchat me as well, so all my usernames are down below. And also, if you could give this video a thumbs up, because it really helps, and subscribe to my videos, it'd be awesome. And as always, just leave your comments and suggestions below about what you might like to see. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye!